To implement a new feature with Redux, you should always think about your actions first and then your reducer. So we want to define a new action or a new capability or a new event that can happen in our application. That is resolving a bug. So first we go to our action types module and define a new constant called bug resolved. Once again, I'm using the past tense here to represent an event that just happened. So we set it to bug resolved. Next, we should create an action creator. So in the actions module, we export a new constant called bug resolved and set it to a function. Now, what pieces of information do we need for resolving a bug? At a minimum, we need to know the ID of the bug. So ID is going to be a parameter, and here we want to return an object. So we wrap that object in parentheses. Now, the type of this object is going to be actions.bugResolved. Note that the benefit of importing the actions using this syntax is that every time we define a new action, every time we define a new constant, we can simply use it in this module. In contrast, if we used named imports, let's say bug added from action types, every time we define a new action type, we have to come back and add that new action type here. So this is a simple tip. We import everything as one object. Now, we set the type and then the payload. Here we can simply add the ID of this action. Now, in modern JavaScript, if the name of a property and the value are the same, we can use a shorthand syntax, so we get rid of it. And by the way, I noticed that in the last video, I made a mistake. I hard-coded bug1 here, but we should set the description property to the description argument. So we set it to description, or we use the shorthand syntax. All right, we're done with our action. Now we should change our reducer so it can handle our new action. So let's go to reducer.js. Here we want to add a new case. Case actions.bugResolved. See, that's another benefit of importing all the actions as a single object. I didn't have to go on top of the file and import our new action. Okay. So when a bug is resolved, we want to update an existing bug object. I talked about this pattern in the last section. So basically, we want to use state.map. Here we pass a function. It takes a bug. Now, if the ID of this bug does not equal action.payload.id, if this condition is true, we want to return this bug as is. Otherwise, we want to take a copy of this bug and modify it. This is updating in an immutable way. So here we want to return a new object. First, we want to copy all the properties of the bug, and then we want to set the result property to true. Okay, let me put this on a new line so you can see clearly. So using the map method, we're mapping this array to a new array. If the ID of the bug is not equal to the ID of the bug that we have resolved, we're going to return that bug. Otherwise, we're going to return a new bug object with all the properties of the existing bug, but with the updated resolved property. As you can see, writing code like this is a little bit confusing and complex. That is why we should use libraries like Immutable.js or Immer. This is one of the main reasons that a lot of people find Redux confusing. But don't worry, later in the course, I'm going to show you the modern way of writing Redux code that is very clean and concise. For now, I want to use the traditional way because that's what you see in most projects. So our reducer is now capable of handling this new action or this new event. With that, we can go to our index module. And after creating a bug, we want to resolve it. So store.dispatch. We should import our new action creator, bug resolved. Then we call it over here, bug resolved, give it the ID, and we're done. Save the changes. So take a look. In this array, we have one bug that is resolved. Beautiful.